38, not enough.
$38 not enough? You can roll again. I think I give everybody...
So I need to get under a 13.
Under a 13?
Yeah. What a nice number. There's a 14.
Alright, roll that down. A 14, you have to get under a 13?
I get a 13 or under because I have 12 in me, plus my level times my level is 13.
Oh my god. That sucks.
Not everything.
I'm just checking something real quick. Oh, shit, we're live. Hello, and we're live. I didn't realize that. My name's David. I'm in charge of Rifted. And we have my good friend Jacob here today. And he's going to be entering the world of the Rifted. Rifted is based off of Palladium Megaverse, made by Kevin Symbiotta. And Jacob, how long have you been playing Rifts?
Rifts? I think I was playing for about 2 years.
2
roughly.
years? And what other games have you played?
I played a lot of 2nd edition and just little splatterings of it.
Alright. And
2nd edition D&D.
2nd edition D&D. That's where we all kind of grew up on, at least me. Anyways, this is only my second airing, and we're just going to do an intro for Jacob into the Rifted world. So I think you got your character all ready. Rifted is basically, it's a play yourself game. So I take characters and I riff them into the future, into post-apocalyptic Earth, and we see if they can survive. Okay, so Jacob, it is August 5th, 2019.
All right.
I believe that's a Monday, and for some reason you are not at work. They had some sort of fire.
Oh, the CL caught on fire.
Yeah. They had some sort of fire, and you had to stay home for the last week. You've been just getting paid to stay home. It's a beautiful day, not a cloud in the sky. Where would you be on a beautiful day?
I've been working for about a week.
Yeah.
If my friends are busy, I'd probably, I don't know, just go on a hike or something. Like Cathedral Hills.
Cathedral Hills is actually a great spot to go hiking. I go there myself. So you decide to head out to Cathedral Hills. What time would you leave for Cathedral Hills?
Maybe 2, 3 o'clock.
2 or 3 o'clock? Alright, so you left there and you drive. So you left at 2 o'clock and you get there. It's right down the road practically.
Mm-hmm.
So it took you about 15 minutes to get there. And you stopped at the gas station, got like some snacks. And then you go on a hike by yourself. And you pull into Cathedral Hills and you see the red car there. It is the only other car here. It's strange because
I think
I'm recording. Sorry. You see a red car there. It's a Honda Accord hybrid. Looks like a pretty new model. It's the only other car here. So you kind of park and get out. Not too many people around. By the time you get out of your car and you kind of stretch out because it's, yeah. Do you go hiking a lot?
When I can, so not super often.
You're just stretching out so you don't like pull. And then you head up the trail. Which trail do you head up? I think there's a northern trail and a western.
There's a million trails. I don't know, we just kind of wander around. There's one that I like to go up that overlooks Grants Pass. I think you go to the right, and then there's that big crossroads.
So you head up that way, and you're hiking. It's beautiful. You see lots of animals around, and I look at this. We have another gamer who wants to join.
Your gross is Jeffrey.
It's Jeffrey Steele, ladies and gentlemen. Let's find him. We are going to accept and allow him to enter in. Hey, Jeffrey, how you doing? We're just rolling with Rifted, bringing Jacob in. You know Jacob. It's been a while.
It's been a
It has been a while.
So if you could just be maybe an observer, because I am doing the original intro to the game that we did yesterday. Yeah, so yesterday in our stream, Jeffrey, I realized that you were also observing Twitch after, and there's a lot of reverberation and echo. So maybe don't have Twitch running while you're playing. It picks it up.
I just muted it.
Okay, awesome. Well,
and then I'm going to mute my mic as well so that you can do your thing.
Okay, awesome. So we're just going to go back to us, and Jeffrey is just going to hang out for a little bit. Cool. Awesome. I didn't expect that. That's pretty cool. So you're hiking up Cathedral Hills. And you drink some water, you see some pretty birds. Do you have a camera or anything? You take pictures?
I'll probably just my phone.
Okay, so you're just taking some pictures with your phone. And there's some great pictures, and all of a sudden, your phone goes off. You see the alarm goes off. It's like 3 o'clock.
Set alarms. It's a little weird.
Yeah, you see it goes to 3 o'clock, and you're taking your pictures. You're going around, and you're just hiking for another about half hour, and then all of a sudden you start seeing animals fleeing from Cathedral Hill. They're kind of just, you see birds fly away. You see a couple rabbits kind of run down the hill towards the river.
So I don't know if this is correct, but I've heard that sometimes animals will get erratic before earthquakes.
Very true.
So that's probably what I'd be thinking.
Okay.
And I need to get to somewhere where there's not just a crap ton of trees around me.
Okay. You do see a point that you can run up a small hill, and you'll get out of the tree line, and you'll kind of be out on top overlooking
Grants Pass.
Grants Pass a little bit, and there's a spot there that's away from some trees. You roll your climb as you're running up there. You're a little bit frantic because you see the animals are fleeing pretty quickly. And
21.
you make your climb just fine. You actually get up this grouping of rocks, and you're standing on top of it. There's no trees around you. You just kind of look around. When all of a sudden you see a flashing bright light to your left. It catches your eye and you're almost blinded. Go ahead and make a perception once your eyes kind of clear up.
9 on the die.
So you're looking over there. It just looks like there's about 50 yards from you. There's like, it must be a piece of glass that's reflecting light, but it did it right in your eye. It was just a strange. Yeah. But then you see somebody down there, and you see them. They're holding a camera, and they're in some camouflage clothing, dark hair. It looks like they have a backpack on. They kind of turn their back towards you as they reach down and they touch this piece of glass. It looks like they're going to pick it up, and all of a sudden, all you see is like, poof! The person disappears. All their clothes are like blown off of them, and you see the most horrifying sight you've ever seen. You see some sort of reptile winged creature emerging from this person's body.
Oh god, I get down.
You get down on the ground?
Yeah, I go prone.
The creature gets larger and larger, and as its body starts morphing, you actually recognize it as a dragon.
What the fuck?
Dragons aren't real.
Yeah, it's a little strange.
You see it's white with blue ripples of energy coursing along its body. It roars as it gains its full size. Now you see that its tail is actually overhead. It's completely unaware of you. You're like an ant to it. You think it's at least 300 feet long, maybe wingspan of 600 feet. As it roars to the air, and it flaps its wings once, and as it does this, there's just an explosion of energy that goes out 6 directions from it. It doesn't look safe.
So its tail is right overhead me.
Yeah, but from the center of the body, this energy just comes out and it's rippling towards you.
Oh.
You see it knocking down small trees and bushes,
Like
tearing roots in the or ruts in the the earth. You see where that little piece of glass thing that you saw that was probably only about 6 inches tall. You actually can see now it's been exposed, and it looks like the cap of like the Great Pyramid of Giza. You see about 9 feet of it as the earth gets blown back everywhere. It's almost coming at you in slow motion, so you do have time to react.
So I'm on like the crest of the hill.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go backwards, so perhaps like part of the hill.
So you're gonna roll backwards because you were on your back. Go ahead and roll a percentile dice.
29.
Awesome. So you do a great controlled roll down the hill, and you just kind of keep tumbling and tumbling with it. Just in time, you see that grouping of rocks is just blown to smithereens. You get pelted with some rocks, taking minor SEC damage, about 3 points. There's just a rumble like that earthquake that you expected as the ground is shaking, and that pyramid that you see actually starts getting more and more exposed as the energy is blowing the rocks all the way down it. Now you're a little bit scared for your life because you think you're still on the side of the pyramid, and if it keeps exploding down it, you're going to end up getting launched hundreds of feet into the air.
Just need to get the fuck out of here.
So you get to your feet and you start just running down. As you run, you see there's some sort of culvert that possibly you could hide in. It's about 400 feet down into a crevice, and it looks like an old sewer pipe that's made out reinforced cement. You can see some rebar sticking
That
out of it.
might be safer than out in the open, so
Okay.
I'll go for that.
So you go for that, and I just want you to roll a 20-sided dice.
16.
16. So you make it in time. You actually have enough time to get in there and actually peek your head back out to see what is going on. You're seeing the explosion of dirt. Actually, you see dirt and rocks and stuff. They're actually vaporizing also. You duck your head back, and dust kind of fills the hole. You still hear that hellacious roar from the creature that you just witnessed.
Did the blue energy look like an ethereal fire to me?
Yes. The blue energy did look like an ethereal fire to you.
I might be dreaming. This could be hallucination.
Okay. The dust kind of clears. Takes a couple minutes. You cough because you inhaled some of the dust. And there's still some light reflecting off of this glimmery surface. You no longer see the dragon, or what is perceived to be a dragon, near. And as you leave the tunnel, you just see the smooth surface of this pyramid. It's easily 300 feet into the air. You think that much dirt has been blown away to expose it.
It's like the hilltop looks to be gone.
Yeah, the hilltop is completely
Damn.
gone. It actually, you can see where most of the hilltop kind of landed. And there's actually a large piece that was on the western side of the pyramid that landed intact with trees and all.
I'm glad I didn't get blocked into the tunnel. That would have sucked.
Because you didn't see the light at the end of the other tunnel. You crawl out there, look around. Your car must be buried.
Just got that thing.
You're looking around. That red car is buried. There's like no cars in sight.
Well, alright, so this is either a dream, like I'm just dreaming, because I think I recognize what that dragon might be.
Okay.
Or this is some weird psychotic break.
Could be. You've had some stress in your life that could have caused you to. Or maybe it was that sandwich you ate. Maybe there was something weird in it.
Maybe somebody slipped me something, I don't know. But in any case, if this is real, this is the most interesting thing that has happened to me and will probably ever happen to me again. So I gotta see what's up with this pyramid.
I love your optimism. Your optimism's great. So you're going to check out the pyramid. As you skirt the pyramid, looking probably for an entrance or something, I would assume. You're looking around, and it looks like you're in the eye of a storm, basically. But the storm isn't clouds. It's a blue, radiant energy with electricity that's rippling around it. As it ripples, you actually think you see like time and space distorting outside in either direction. And you get the last glimpse of that creature's tail as it looks like it flies off towards the north. In that, you do see about a third of the way up the pyramid, it looks like a area that looks like an entrance of some sort.
How steep is the pyramid?
It is about a 45-degree angle. It's a
Pretty steep.
typical
Relatively
pyramid.
steep.
And
How
it's
rough is the surface?
It's crystal smooth.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Except you can see the lines where the crystal was placed together. It's not like It's not like it's just one solid mass.
How large are the blocks?
The blocks are 4 foot by about 3.5 maybe.
I'm gonna give it an attempt. I think I might be able to make it up.
Okay. So go ahead and try to climb up this.
This pyramid. I don't. It's not gonna be easy. Hot too.
Oh, jeez. So you're climbing up with your OT2, and you see and feel the pyramid is it almost feels like it's breathing or moving. You feel the energy flowing throughout it. A couple times you actually stop and get mesmerized by the magic energy flowing in different energies, and you see it kind of whirl up your arms and through your body. And you hear chanting and voices, and you get a picture of thousands of people praying and worshiping, and then all of a sudden you see something in the sky that they all look up, and they see basically a giant rift open, and all of them are kind of just sucked into it, like as if they were sucked into space. And then you start seeing horrible things coming out of the terror in space. It's monstrous beings, and they seem to ravage the rest of the land. And then your vision kind of goes away, and you remember what you're doing, and you kind of climb up the pyramid a little bit more. You make it to the doorway that you made out, and it kind of is inset a little bit, so you are on a ledge now. You don't have to worry about sliding down the pyramid.
Crap, it opens outwards.
Does it?
I don't know.
It goes in. You don't. The doors aren't like right there, but there's a hallway that goes in, and it is in.
Does it look like this might have used to have some sort of like bridge attached to it? Like, is there any remnants of anything that was attached outside of the entryway?
You look around and
So I'm just wondering, how do people normally get up here?
it's possible that maybe there was a bridge that did connect this to something else. It's fairly large entrance, about 22 feet wide, and the way it's set up, it looks like there could be like a road or some kind of bridge could have been built out, but you don't see any signs of any other pyramids or buildings made out of crystal that have been unearthed. This is the only thing that you can see. The hallway is shimmering with a bluish aura, and it's kind of a little freaky.
It's definitely not. I'm definitely not comfortable. That's for sure.
You are. It is. Your heart is beating pretty quick. Your adrenaline is there, and you actually find it exciting. Like you strangely exciting. That's what I'm saying.
Yes. Like I think I would.
Do you go down the hallway?
I would like for them.
As you go down the hall, you notice the energy bouncing off the walls, but you can see as it moves and touches the walls, you can see different writings on the wall.
Probably something I don't recognize.
You don't recognize it quite, but maybe
Oh, it's time to roam it.
you think you've seen that before. You want to roll some percentile dice to see if you can just jog your own memory and see if you can remember whether you've seen this before.
49.
You're level 4. Just like you're not really sure.
But something about it's familiar. I just can't make the connection.
Yeah, it's strange. Like you've seen it in writing before, but not on like crystalline like structures. It was on something else.
Maybe it was in a notebook in Dave's game.
Oh,
I don't know.
Dave's game, huh? So you continue to go down the hallway, and you get to what looks like it's a sealed door. On the door is a crest that you are very familiar with. You have seen this many times in at your friend Dave's house in different games. It's
The star of Medusa.
it's the sealed Medusa or the sealed Medusa or the energy matrix also. It's called.
Yes. The power matrix.
Yes, the power matrix. Thank you. Looks like there's 6 doors. They've kind of all come together, forming the star. It's one door. It's 6 parts. You touch it,
Yeah.
nothing happens.
My left hand.
Your left hand. Ah. What? Why did you choose your left hand?
Because it has I know it has significance in the religion of Medusa, which is where I recognize the symbol.
Right. So you're thinking this.
I'm
this
just
has
shot in
to,
the dark.
this has to be a dream. This is too,
This is
too
crazy.
big. So what the hell was that?
Somebody's taking control of the screen.
Hey. What the hell? Oh, is that you, Lyndall? This is the symbol that is on the door. Thank you, Jeffrey. I didn't realize you were doing that. If you could actually turn it right way up, that's what they can see. But yeah, thank you. Thank you for sharing. I'm going to go back to the table. How did you take over my computer screen? How the fuck did he do that? How the hell did he do that?
I'm not sure.
He doesn't know how he does it.
Wow, that's amazing. Hey, can you close out of that so I can go back to the picture? Thank you. There. Awesome. Anyways, so that's the symbol you see. That's the symbol everybody sees out there in Twitter land. If you like it, please follow or even subscribe or donate. That's great. That helps me support my habit. Anyways, so you put your hand on there, but nothing happens really. Like you see the energy kind of rippling around you, but it doesn't open.
By the what was it again? By the blood of the fathers, the blood of the sons, or something along those lines.
Was there something else you had to do? Or was there something else that was crucial?
The blood was required. But I think we used the blood of a very, like in the instance, but that was because it was. I don't think I have anything sharp on me.
Nothing? Okay. So you,
Is there any like bits of like rock that is like ended up in this tunnel, or was it all blown away?
most of it was all blown away. You can make a search just to look around.
Is that a perception or 20?
20-sided dice is fine.
13.
It's a perception roll. So you're like looking around. And you actually find a sliver of shale about that big. That is, shale's pretty sharp. It's delicate, but you could probably cut yourself with this.
Alright, so I don't want to cut myself in my palm, because that would suck for the next few days. I'm gonna cut a little bit on the back of my right hand.
Okay. So you take
Draw
that,
a little bit of blood.
roll it, and press down, and you cut. Go ahead and roll me a d4.
4, 3.
Nope. You cut pretty good. You got a vein. Got
Shit.
veins on the top of your hand. Blood kind of comes out. You kind of grab it with your other, with your left hand.
Get it on the palm of
Okay.
my left hand. I'm fucking crazy.
Okay.
So
you took 3 points of hit points because you're bleeding pretty dang good.
Ow.
Like you cut a little too deep.
that was a mistake.
So your hand's covered in blood. You're holding pressure on your other hand. You hold
Alright,
pressure until it stops.
Hold pressure.
Roll first aid.
78.
So you're holding pressure.
I keep bring it away, pulling
Yeah.
off the
So
clot. Oh
yeah.
shit! This is too early.
Eventually, you get the blood to slow down enough in it, and it clots, but it stings pretty bad.
So I put my
You put your left hand
hand on the
on the
symbol.
symbol.
By the blood of the fathers, the blood of the sons.
By the blood of the fathers and the blood of the sons. Roll me percentiles.
19.
See that doorway opens. And it looks like just a swirling void of magic. You get a very ominous feeling.
So I know there's a pyramid on Atlantis with a special chamber. If you go into, you might get psionics, but also it might drive you insane. Or maybe this is a controlled rift. I'm not sure.
It doesn't look like the description of a rift. This looks like swirling energy, almost smoke. And you can almost see faces in it.
How do the faces look? Do they look overjoyed in their situation?
They don't look overjoyed.
They look very happy.
They don't look very happy at all. Miserable, somber, sad.
Alright, so I feel like this,
Almost horrifying.
yes, I don't think I would walk into that.
Okay.
Just because, like, what if I become one of them?
Okay, so you take a kind of a step back.
Yes.
Because as you start taking a step back, you see one of the faces kind of form more, and you see its hand like reaches out.
No.
But it's just not. It can't go past the threshold. It just kind of reaches out.
A few more steps. I think opening that door was a mistake. This isn't the kind of pyramid I was looking for.
You take another step back.
Yeah.
So you take a couple steps back, and then the door just shuts again.
That's good. I'm happy that happened.
The bad feeling kind of goes away, except you're still like aware of what's behind the door, but you don't feel that empathy.
Do I think like maybe my hand hurts? I feel even worse about the decision making. Thinking back to it, was it like I was like embodying their feelings?
Almost.
Like they were like their feelings of despair were being
They were
projected on me?
projected, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna note down about that place. But I will leave this pyramid.
Okay. Turn around and you go back out. You see the wonderful, beautiful sunny day. And you see nice energy of blue all around, rippling around this prairie. You notice that there are obvious ley lines connecting to this point because you can actually walk around the pyramid a little bit and look down one.
That would imply that magic's coming back to the world. Ley lines are visible.
Not only visible, but extremely visible during the broad daylight.
Yeah.
It's only roughly 4:20 now.
How many seem
good
to be,
time yesterday.
How many seem to be coming together here?
So you believe that there are 3 ley lines that
Right.
come together here because there are 6 areas that you can look down, but they all intersect each other.
So there seems to be 6. There's 6 points coming off of this point.
Yeah.
I think that might be a major nexus. I don't remember what qualifies.
You definitely feel energy rippling in this area. Like you feel alive. Like for the first time in your life, you feel awakened almost. Like you were just walking around like a drone all your life, and now you're conscious.
Yeah. That's a concept I'm familiar with.
As you're thinking about that, you feel the energy like ripple from one hand to another, crackling between your hands. You hear voices chanting words.
So, energy is actively rippling between my hands.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to try to assert my will over this energy.
Okay.
Nothing specific, but it's in my body. It seems to be doing something. I'm gonna see if I can do something with it.
Like?
Potentially heal my hand.
You're going to see if you can heal your hand. Interesting. Roll me percentiles. Now for the play yourself, then it's your level times your level plus your ME. So once you're rifted, it's level 1.
I'm a level 1.
But right now, technically you're a level 4 ordinary person. You haven't rifted anywhere.
Okay. All right. 4. So just look some constipated idiot.
So you're just kind of trying to focus this energy. Now there are repercussions for trying to focus energy that you have no control over. So that energy actually, you see that it just sparks up. It hits you in your glasses, and you feel it like go down your head. You feel burns on your head. Your whiskers of your beard catch on like smoldering fire, and your hair kind of singes, and you kind of fall unconscious on the ground as this energy just kind of paralyzes you and ripples down your body.
Yeah, I kind of deserve that.
You don't know how long you sit there in this state, but it feels like a while. It feels like at least 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
When you come to, you are on the western side of Cathedral Hills.
Like I moved?
Yeah, like you're laying, you get up off the ground. You're not near the pyramid. You kind of look around. You can see the tip of it. Well, about 18 feet of it, just off above the tree lines. The trees are all kind of crooked this way because as the ley lines came out, they kind of blew everything out all the way along. You see huge tracts of land where you're actually in between two lane lines right now. So on one side you can see a rut where it dug through the land, and it looks like it goes off towards like Murphy, and then the other one kind of goes off directly north towards Grants Pass.
Well, I'm gonna.
Kind of like that. This is what they're doing.
Well, the only thing I can think to do is go try to get back to Grants Pass.
Yeah, you're looking around and you can see the road, or what's left of it.
Potentially dangerous things can happen.
Yeah.
You're looking around.
32 views. Thank you, people, for looking in here. We're just doing a one-on-one session of somebody rifting into the world of rifts. Yeah, you see the road. It's all torn up. There's cars just, jumble lined. It looks like, how The Walking Dead, in the show The Walking Dead, how all the cars are just jam-packed. But now you can see actually people are out, and they're all looking over the Applegate River, trying to, oh wait, that's a little too far, actually.
The Road River?
Yeah, the Road River, sorry. That was my bad.
That's okay.
They can't get past the bridge. The bridge is all just torn out, and you can see Mock Ford is destroyed. The Taprock River's edge, or Taprock River's edge, is just destroyed, and everything within probably 300-400 feet of the ley line is just rubble going all the way up, all the way north.
Well, hopefully the Parkway Bridge is still up.
You could try Parkway.
I gotta get home.
Okay, so you start heading home.
Yes.
You look on your clock, or your watch, your phone. You don't have a watch, you have a phone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wears a watch these days, it's always on their phone. So you look on your phone and your phone's broke. It's kind of froze up, but it's froze up at 3:33.
I need to wake up.
You need to wake up.
Yeah.
What do you do? So
Going home.
you remember that supposedly in dreams you're not able to feel pain, and your hand is throbbing.
Supposedly you're able to feel pain. I've never deeply studied dreams, so maybe I'm just hearing
Okay.
just like popular like myths that people that are brought about when people think something is true and it just kind of perpetuates.
Exactly. So
I'm sure this is just I'm in a dream.
okay. So you luckily you still have your little backpack, your hiking pack with you, and you do have some water, and you have
I'm gonna clean the wound.
your trail mix. So okay, so you
like-
sit down and you clean your wound out. Go ahead and roll your first aid.
46.
You do a pretty good job. You tear your t-shirt to wrap your hand to bind it to make sure that the clot doesn't burst open, and you eat a little food to feel a little better, because
Some trail mix.
yeah, and drink a little bit. You have about when you're done with that, you have about a half a liter of water, and you continue on your way to Grants Pass. You spend most of the day. You can hear. You're kind of not walking along the road because you hear cars honking. You know that the traffic is terrible, so you're kind of just trying to take the back way back into Grants Pass.
Maybe the pedestrian bridge is fine.
Oh, the pedestrian bridge. Okay, so you walk down to the pedestrian bridge. By the time you get over there, you see the Grants Pass police have been deployed, and so does the fire department. It's a mess. I mean, you see people pulling bodies from rubble. They're trying to direct people it looks like they are directing people through over the bridge near Walmart. The North, what is it?
The Parkway
The
Bridge?
Parkway Bridge. That's it.
Okay.
It looks like they're making people go over there.
Like people on foot? Okay.
People on foot, because they any cars are kind of trapped because of the rut from the ley line that went tore down towards the north up at 6th Street and 7th Street.
Maybe one also hit near the All Sports Park or something. Reinhardt Park.
You look over there.
Yeah, 'cause that's where the pedestrian bridge is.
The ley line does go up, down. There is a ley line that kind of goes down the Rogue River.
Alright. And that's probably what happened. It's the Parkway it is.
Okay. So
Probably very slow going because there's.
you make it to the Parkway Bridge. I mean, you're walking, and you kind of go around the back way, you know, where the fire station is. Kind of walk down towards the Grovers, and then go along there.
Circle around, yeah.
You get there, and they just kind of wave you through, and a police officer says, there's a green ticket, go to Walmart. That's where the FEMA camp will be set up.
Oh, thank you.
He says, if you can make it in there by nightfall, you'll be lucky.
How's that, you know if anything hit the area around the, what was it, near the food bank on, Booth Street?
Booth Street. No, nothing has. All of a sudden you hear, you can see that the ley lines kind of surge for a second, and then you hear people scream.
Oh, just look towards the street.
Yeah, you look towards where all the ley lines kind of intersect. That's where people are screaming, and they start running, and you see this giant thing emerge out of the ley line. It looks like a giant jellyfish. It's blackish with whitish like trim on it, and it's pulsating, and it has these huge tendrils that come down. Thing must be 300-400 feet across.
I don't recognize that.
And it's circular. The tendrils, it's a couple hundred feet, at least 400 feet in the air as it's floating. Really slow, just kind of gliding through. You just see the tendrils hanging down. They're this whitish, yellowish clear, but then you can see this black things kind of running down them. And when they get to like what looks like little holes or orifices, they come out, and you see all these little black, like almost spores, just kind of floating out.
Oh God.
People are panicking. Even the officer says, "You better find shelter now. I don't know what the hell that fucking thing is." And he fucking runs in fear.
Yeah.
He just panics. Everybody's panicking. A guy hits the gas on his big 4-wheel drive truck and crunches over a little Prius.
Oh
And
God.
barely misses you as he's trying to just go up over the bridge. You hear another officer further down yelling at him, "Stop or I'll shoot! Stop!
Like,
You must maintain order!" And he's just sitting there trying to maintain order in this panic, even though like nobody's listening.
Yeah, he's not gonna have much luck.
All of a sudden, you see somebody just comes by with him and just hits him with a baseball bat. And says, "Shut up, damn it," and just starts beating this cop. The guy looks a little weird. Sickish.
Sickish.
Yeah.
Does certain parts of his body seem to be bulging out in like what looks like plates? I don't know.
No, nothing.
Okay.
He just looks sickly. And then you notice people are falling on the ground. You see a bunch of people get hit by these spores, and they immediately drop to the ground.
I gotta get out here.
So you start running.
Yeah.
Okay. 3 people in front of you kind of drop. Roll me a sense of balance because you were running right behind them. You trip over their bodies, skinning your elbow on the asphalt, taking 2 points of damage. You kind of brush yourself off and get up in a panic. One of those black things comes right at you. As you're getting up, you see it coming right at the side of your face.
Are there any like trucks or vehicles with a higher profile around me?
Not in it's a foot from you.
All right, I'm dodging.
So you try to dodge.
Yeah.
Roll a dodge. All right.
18 on the die?
So 18 on the die. Tie goes to the defender. So the thing kind of misses you, hits the ground, and it just immediately when it hits the ground, it kind of just starts turning into nothing, like these disintegrating. Except there's more of those things coming.
Gotta keep trying to
2 more are floating near you, and as soon as they come within 5 feet of you, instead of floating, they go more like they just go straight at you.
Each I'm trying to get out there. Each one I'm trying to.
Okay, roll a dodge again.
Out of the way.
And then roll a sense of balance as you're dodging.
18 again.
So you dodge another one of them, and then the other one comes down.
81% of that.
But you freaking trip over other people. Now there's massive. There's probably 500-600 people just like laying on the ground on the street. You do see a couple people who aren't dead or on the ground. They're just kind of looking around, just like in sheer horror, like too scared to do anything. And as that, you feel one of those things hit your skin, and you feel it kind of prick you, and then you hear almost, it's like the sound of like horror, and it literally starts falling off of your body, and you see it burning away in whitish light.
Oh God.
It hits the ground, and it's
I'm probably not giving it too much attention. I'm looking at it, but I'm not pausing. I'm not waiting to like inspect it. I need to get the fuck out of here.
Okay, so where are you heading?
Walmart's probably a bad idea because there's going to be tons and tons of people.
You hear that roar, that sound that you heard earlier. That creature, that dragon from the pyramid. You hear it.
So, I'd look around the sky to see if I can see it.
You don't see it. It's kind of like in the game Skyrim, where you hear it.
In the
You
distance.
can't see it. It's in the distance somewhere.
So, am I near Jim Copland's at this point?
Jim Copeland.
Copeland's is like a...
Yeah, it's that car.
Yeah, it's like near 6th and 7th towards the...
So you
Parkway
are
Bridge.
actually about 200 feet from the Parkway Bridge.
Okay, so...
So you're past it, and you can go back that way. And you do know that the walking bridge is that way.
They might have been sending people this way just because it's a larger bridge and they can get more people across it.
Yeah.
But I'm 200 feet from the bridge. Well, a lot of people are just on the ground, right?
Yeah, they're just laying there.
I'm going to start leaving like, from the bridge, but I'm not going to be sprinting. I'm just gonna try to like hurry
A good
myself
job.
over all these bodies,
Okay.
which I'm trying not to pay too much attention
So
to right now.
you get you run down the street and you get to I think it's Park Street, where you're running next to Riverside Park. There's all kinds of bodies sitting in the park, and then like you're actually running towards where all the ley lines converge, the nexus point. That's where the park is.
Was that where the converge begins at the park?
There must have been a nexus point at the pyramid and another one right here at the park.
So traffic is still jammed up in this area.
Yes.
I imagine, yeah.
Well, not really anymore. All the people are pretty much dead on the ground.
But there's a bunch of cars in the street.
There's a bunch of cars in the street. The sidewalks are littered with bodies. Again, there are still some people that are unaffected, like you are. There's about 1 out of every sound.
So not very many.
Not very many.
I don't know if I want to go towards the other nexus point,
Okay.
because that's the last like nexus area I saw spawned that weird thing to just kill a whole bunch of people.
That was the point you're going to right now, actually.
So
That's
as I go across the parkway, you can continue straight and go towards the Walmart area
Yes.
that has the
Yes. So you go to
the
the
on ramp to the
Yes.
highway.
Okay. So you're going to try to go over the Parkway Bridge and go to the interstate?
Towards it, because I want to see how far away this thing has killed people, or at
Okay.
least dropped them.
So as you're going over the Parkway Bridge, you can see those spores are easily over by Walmart.
If I can find a car running near that exit,
All cars are pretty much stalled out. There's a couple automatics that are running. You see a moped. The guy dead on the ground or laying on the ground.
but I don't think I'd comfortably able to ride a moped. At least not weaving through traffic as it's all jammed up.
Okay, so you jump in a car. Do you want a car or a truck? There's plenty of them.
Is the street more open in this area?
No, it's pretty jammed.
Yeah, I've been trying to go forward.
People are
on foot.
panicking when that happened, when they saw the creature. People started dragging, but then they got hit by the spores and died in their cars. You do see a couple people that are in a van, and all the windows are rolled up, and you see some of the spores, like they had hit the window, and they started decomposing on the window. Like they can't get through it, and like scare people in a little family.
That's pretty sad.
That's pretty sad. But you see a Ford Ranger truck.
I'm going to continue forward on foot
Okay.
while the traffic is still tight like this.
Okay. So you get to M Street and
Like where the water filtration plant is?
yes, you get right
Not
there.
the filtration plant, but the...
Yeah, that's a filtration.
Okay.
That's where the good water comes in, and on the other side is where the bad water goes out. So you get to that intersection. It's kind of calmed down. There's you just kind of you can hear some horns going off. You can see people laying on their horns. There's not many people living, and it's kind of, besides the horns, just kind of eerily silent.
That's cool. That's horrifying. The moment it looks like traffic has slackened up enough where I can weave between cars, I'm going to be trying to get in a sedan. Or like a smaller car.
The only problem you find with that is when people got hit by these things, they like got out of their car, and so there's bodies just kind of littering.
I don't think I'd be comfortable moving over bodies.
Okay. Yeah,
I
but
don't think I can do that.
yeah, the road is full of bodies. The sidewalk, people like everybody was trying to leave or get to their house or go somewhere, but they're all like kind of dead or laying on the ground. You actually notice that that guy over there is breathing. Like you see his chest rise and fall. Except he has this horrible, nasty, grayish black like abscess on his throat. Little black lines going up and down.
So I'm starting to think about my family.
Okay.
I'd probably switch directions. Like if as I start to think about things, and want to go make sure they're okay.
Okay. So you run down. You go down
M Street
M Street to
towards Bridge Street.
yeah, towards Bridge Street. All right. So you start going down that way, and as you, it's just eerily quiet. Besides the sounds of the horns throughout the city. And you do hear like police vehicles, cop sirens going off because they were just on full go when that
The spores
person
hit.
yeah, when the spores hit. The beam that has floated over is now probably over. It's been about 40 minutes as you've been panicking, trying to find which direction you're going. The creature has floated further north. It's up. It's mid-town now. Just kind of going. Still releasing spores as it goes. Looks like it's traveling in the northern position.
That's sort of the direction I'm going, because I'm going for like midtown. The west of Midtown, on G Street.
Okay. So. That's not Okay, so you didn't go down all the way to like 7-Eleven. You kind of cut up the road a little bit. Because once you get to about 300 feet from 6th Street, there is, and 7th Street, the street's gone. The buildings are gone. It's just destroyed. There's just this rut in the road. In the center, there's kind of some, just remnants of building, but they're pretty destroyed and disheveled.
I need to get to the other side.
You do. You see water mains kind of leaking, flowing into the.
Is it a pretty like steep?
It's a good 10, 15 foot, rut. You could probably make it.
I could continue down until maybe some rubble might make a more gradual incline.
Okay, so you kind of look down the rut and you think over by, it looks like, make a perception from where you're at.
13.
Over way down about maybe a quarter of a mile over by Safeway. Looks like it could be a safe way to go back. To cross the road.
It's the safe way.
It's the safe way.
Alright, so I'll start heading up towards Safeway.
Okay, so you start heading up towards Safeway, and you have to go around some rubble.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of cut down the street near Musashi's, and then cut around Musashi's and go through the alleyway. Mm-hmm. And as you're walking back through that alleyway, you see Eric Nelson.
Eric Nelson.
His body
Oh God.
is just laying there. All broken and disheveled. His head turned backwards. You notice it because, the hat that he wears? It's sitting on his head.
I can't see his face.
His head is, it's facing away from you. You realize that as you get close to it, the ground kind of rumbles because it's all not solid. And his head kind of rolls a little bit. And it's not attached to the body.
He's been decapitated. There's nothing I can do for Eric. My family might still be alive.
Okay. So you look around. You know how Safeway has that glass?
Mm-hmm.
You can see people looking out of the glass. The spores aren't falling down here anymore. The thing is further up.
You're looking out the glass?
Huh? There's a couple people coming out, like looking around, going, what's going on? They're all seem scared. You know, some of them have shards of glass all over them. You hear the wailing of kids and people. The parking lot was full. It was, 3 o'clock when it happened, so people were shopping.
Yeah.
And they're just like, people are just kind of coming out of buildings and recovering. You see, just looking around. The leftovers. I think there's a show called The Leftovers, isn't there?
I don't recall.
So, you see a lady like, hello? Can someone help me?
What's the matter?
You look around and you
Yeah.
see a telephone pole has landed on her car, and basically her whole car was like pushed up over and it's pinned up against the wall with the telephone pole lying on. And you see her, she's yelling out of the window. I'm over here. Please? Can you help me?
I can't just leave somebody like that. There wouldn't be any kind of crowbar and Safeway.
You see some rebar.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
You see a tow truck down
I know
over there.
rebar is gonna bend pretty relatively easy.
You see a tow truck. It's turned over.
It's turned over.
Probably has some tools that came out of it.
Yeah, I'll investigate that.
Roll a search. So you look around and you, luckily, you see all kinds of tools from the tow truck that come on, and including about a 6-foot bar. That,
With a pry bar.
yeah, with a pry bar.
I'll grab that.
You grab that, and you go over and you try to help her out. Go ahead and roll percentile dice as you're prying this.
60.
Okay, so you can't move that telephone pole. They're gonna have to find a different access.
Can I try to pry the door open?
Okay, so you try to pry. There's actually a back door that you think you can get open.
So give that one a try.
With that one, you easily pop it open after a couple minutes of just
Really
searching.
working at it.
Yeah, you pop it open. It's a Subaru, so it's a hatchback, so you're able to get that out there. Oh, help me! She's looking at you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to help her.
Okay.
I'm not sure
So you have to
what
crawl.
I'll be able to do. Is she pinned into her? Has her dash crumpled in? Or
She is a little. You think she's pinned in there? Go ahead and roll a perception.
4.
But you probably can get her out. Maybe her seatbelt is stuck. And right when you think that, she actually said, "I can't get my seatbelt. My arm is broken."
I'll give the seatbelt a try.
Okay, so you start crawling down there, and you get up. You're getting closer to her. Closer to her. And she's like, "Help me. Thank you. Oh, thank God. Thank the Lord you're here." And roll a perception. 11. You see a hunger in her eyes as you're getting closer, and you do notice as you get back there that the dashboard is trapping her thing, and she's not even wearing a seatbelt. And she
Go.
reaches for you. Help
Thank
me! And as she does that, she turns her head and you see one of those blackish
Oh no.
goiter things, and it's going up one of her cheeks and into her eye. And you notice that one of her eyes looked weird. There was some blood on it, but now it's all black. And she reaches out for you.
Have to dodge backwards.
Okay.
It's awkward
Oh,
position
yeah.
to do it in.
You're a little bit negative.
7.
So Ty goes to the defender.
Nice.
But she did manage to scratch your arm. No damage to your skin, but to your overcoat. She did tear it.
I'm wearing a jacket at the time because it's cold in September.
Because
October.
it's August, but
It's also
it's
pretty cold.
freaking Oregon. It can
Yeah.
rain any day. Which is a little like wind jacket breaker. And she tears a piece of your sleeve off, and that you see her teeth just look jagged and sharp. She's just like, come back here!
So
Come back here!
I'm backing the fuck off.
He calls for you! Come!
Oh god.
Come back here!
The people in the Safeway.
You hear him, he's getting away! Get him!
My son.
And you notice the people in the Safeway start coming your direction.
Picking up that crowbar and I'm running.
Okay, so you pick up that crowbar. It's pretty hefty. One of the people actually runs with incredible preternatural speed
Oh god.
as it comes to leap on you. Roll a strike. So you simultaneously attack this thing.
Oh god. 19 on the die.
It leaps up and you just skewer it up through the chin as all of its weight comes down. It got a 1, and it just, you see its head slide down the pole, and its eyes are looking at you, and it just looks at like hunger, and then the body kind of shakes a little bit. It's halfway down this pole.
Well,
Mouth.
so there's more.
Mouth first. Yes, more coming.
Oh, I'm not gonna be able to get this thing out in time. And they're also coming with like
Some
extraordinary speed.
Some are slower than others. I mean, a lot of them are elderly, so they're about going twice their elderly speed. This other person happened to probably be, I mean, it looks like he's in good jogging condition, so he's probably was running at a speed of
So I'm
22.
dropping this crowbar.
So you drop the crowbar, and you just
Okay.
kind of book it. You run, roll your sense of balance as you like leap down and the ravine onto a single tree.
55.
You make it, you land a little hard, you take a point of SDC, you recover, and you have to leap down again. You're going to leap down about 6 feet. One of the creatures leaps down towards you, flies over your head, and lands down below right where you're about to jump.
Is there any rebar around me?
There is a piece of rebar from the road sticking out, and you do see it actually catches the thing in the thigh as it hits the ground in an awkward position. There's no like piece that you could pull off and use as a weapon. It looks like you're just gonna have to either just run around this thing or beat it with your bare hands.
Okay, that's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
I'm gonna have to try to get around this thing.
It's horrifying. Your heart is pounding in your chest. Roll a dodge. As it tries to go towards you, you see it actually rips muscle away from its leg. That's the rebar is stuck in. It howls in pain. You easily skirt around it, and you see it coming after you. It's limping after you.
I'm gonna try to climb up the side of this ravine.
Go ahead and roll a climb.
32.
Nice. you find a good spot to climb. You grab onto a couple pieces of rebar that helped you up into a ravine, but you're not at the top of it. It's still some. This is just wreckage from the buildings that are in between 6th and 7th Street. And you start hearing. It sounds like police. Everybody stay in your homes. And the sound of a helicopter. This is a national, this is a state emergency. Everyone is to stay in your homes and remain calm.
I gotta get home first.
Do not tie up the phone lines with 911. They are overwhelmed and cannot help you. The National Guard has been called out and will be evacuating people. Please, again, stay in your homes, and the message repeats.
Well, I need to get to my home then.
Okay. You hear some gunshots from that helicopter. As you come around the building, you see about 14 people that were chasing someone just get mowed down by the helicopter. It looks like a Army Apache helicopter.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna chase that person.
Okay.
I'm gonna hopefully continue down G Street.
Okay. So you continue down G Street. As you get up there, you cross through the ley line, and you are walking on G Street. That's actually a street that's right there. That's the one that crosses in front of Safeway, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you're walking down G Street, and you continue on down towards your house. You don't see much sign of life about 300 feet from the ley line. The bodies are still on the ground. Others have ran off, and you see most kind of get up and they run into buildings. You do see a couple people looting.
Yeah.
You see some rednecks in a truck, a big old, one of those sky-high ones, and they're looting. Looks like food out of the back of a restaurant or something.
Really, I can't fault them for that. I mean,
Right.
probably a good idea to collect food, but
As you pass the gospel rescue mission, there's an old a bum that's just out there, and I said, "I told you all, the end is coming. The end is here. The end is here. Salvation is here. He has taken all who have repented." And he just continues.
yeah, just rambling.
Ramble on. So you see 200 feet down the road there's a police cruiser that's stopped. The lights are just going on. You can see where there's a roadblock because they were trying to control traffic around 6th and 7th Street because it's just torn out. But there's no police. The lights are just on. There's nobody around.
But as I'm going towards the police car, I have my hands up.
Okay. You see an officer on the ground.
Dead.
Looks like he's dead.
Is there a rifle rack in the car?
There it is. It's a lock on it though.
Damn.
Key.
Can I roll to see if I have the nerve to search this cop's corpse for a key?
Go ahead.
Because I don't know if I'd be able to do that or not.
You don't think so in an emergency situation?
I think I might be able to, but
20 said that. It's kind of a horror factor kind of like thing. Kind of, yeah, you're good.
I need a gun. I need something.
You need something. So you turn this cop over, and immediately you see one of those gray wounds on him, and you can tell
Is he breathing?
he's breathing. You can hear it.
Does he have his handgun?
He's breathing pretty quick, twice as fast as a person, and then he's really super like hot, like warm to the touch, like fever is burning up. His gun is in his holster. You can just undo his whole belt.
Yeah, don't do his whole belt.
Take it off.
We'll start trying to put it on.
No, okay. So you put it on. You also notice he does have a vest, a body armor vest. That's on.
Start trying to take that off.
Okay. So you start stripping this cop.
Looking around.
You're wearing good hiking boots, so you get it off. You get it off.
And my boots are steel toe.
Okay. And you're putting it on, and you hear him groan. You take the gun out. It's a Glock.
Is the safety's probably on.
You take the safety off.
Yeah.
You slide back.
Oh shit! There goes around.
You fire into him.
I
mean, you do see the shotgun, and you could probably beat him with the shotgun, but.
I think beating him would be worse. But is he looking sickly?
He just started like.
I gotta put a round in this guy.
Okay, roll. You just walk up to him and fire into his head.
Yeah.
Okay, roll a nerve check.
Yeah.
You're just like.
So this is. I know I should.
You're shaking because you're like I'm murdering a cop.
13.
But you're like bam. You're point blank, so you shoot him in the head. You don't. You need a 15 normally, but he's laying on the ground prone. You just right in the head.
That was.
His brain splatters out. You feel that rush from your first kill.
Oh yeah.
no,
I wouldn't.
No, you're like, oh my god, I just fucking killed somebody.
Is the key on his belt?
You have the belt.
Yeah, I mean like the belt on me. Is there like a key on it?
The car is still on.
Is the key in the?
Yes. Ignition?
Is there another key on the key ring that's in the ignition?
Yeah, you see a couple keys. You see the handcuff keys. Oh, I think those are actually on the belt. Yeah, they're on the belt.
Yeah, maybe I should take this car.
It's in good shape.
Yeah.
You shut both the doors.
Yeah, get in the car and
I
get going.
Okay, you put it in drive and you freaking you have to bust through the barricade and then push a smaller car out of the way, but it has
the reinforced grill.
The grill in the front. You easily push through that, and then you have to drive up. You know that weird wedge-shaped triangle piece of lot that's like totally worse. They take it out and fix the road. I never understood that intersection.
It's a weird intersection.
So you step on the gas and you just kind of drive over. You have to drive over the sidewalk and everything. There's a couple bodies over there, though.
They look like they're breathing.
You could assume that those are
gonna
turn into whatever they are.
I'm gonna keep driving and try not to think about it. I'm gonna try. Oh god!
You hear like a head pop as you go over it.
Oh, I doubt I'm taking this well.
You roll a 20. You're just like, oh my god! You're still able to do it, but you're just, oh my god!
I'm getting nauseous.
And and like you all of a sudden you go up over like a fairly large man that's laying out on the street. You know, he's probably about 250, 300 pounds overweightness, and there's no way to avoid him.
I just step on the gas a little more.
You like you grunt up over him, and you feel something give, and you see something shoot out one side.
I see if there's anything happening on this side of the car.
So you look on the opposite side of the car, and by then you're at that empty lot right across the street from your parents' house.
Alright, so
And you just kind of drive across that lot into your driveway, and you're home.
get it out. I get that shotgun. I attempt to see if any of the keys on the key ring.
Yeah, you unlock the shotgun and you pull it out.
Is there any like boxes in the trunk of ammunition?
Oh, you go to the box in the trunk and you pop the trunk and you look in there, and there is a semi-automatic rifle there. It's actually an M4 automatic rifle.
Is there a strap on the shotgun or the M4?
There's a strap on the shotgun and there's a strap on the. There's also a light on each of the
I'll make sure
and there's an EOTech scope on the M4.
So I'll make sure the safety is on the M4. It should be.
Oh, it is. It's in the safety
Yeah.
position. You see, there's ammunition, and it looks like there's extra body armor, and a couple other. There's a medical emergency kit back there,
Does the
and a 3-day kit.
does my vest have anywhere to put like ammunition?
Yep, it has all those little clips right
I'll
there.
start putting like the M4 clips and whatever.
Okay, so
place I can find, and then I blow myself down with shotgun shells.
okay.
Try
The
to-
shotgun has a bandolier on
Okay.
the strap. So you just fill that's already full with shotguns. You throw it over your shoulder. You could take a box of ammunition, or you could just leave it in the trunk for now instead of carrying it in the house.
I don't know what's gonna happen when I get in the house.
You grab the M4 too.
Yeah.
So you have 2 rifles. You throw the M4 on your other shoulder, and you have the pistol. You holster that,
Yeah.
and you go into close to your house. What kind of car did your dad drive?
He has a. It's not a tracker, but it's the same like build.
He goes camping.
He goes camping on the coast sometimes, or
You just remembered that your
parents
parents
went
went camping on the coast, so they might be safe.
did they take my grandma?
Would
She would like go for like a day trip to the coast, but I don't think she'd go camping. Maybe she's in Portland visiting my sister.
Yes, they were kind of afraid of your grandma being at a home alone because you weren't living at home anymore. So they were like, well, "We're gonna send her up to the sisters for a month because they just need a break." You know, it can be tough taking care of children, and it can be tough taking care of parents. So they're just like, we're gonna let her take a vacation. They made it sound nice, though. She's taking a vacation.
Yeah.
She's gonna be taken to Omsi and a dinner cruise and some nice stuff with your aunt, right? Or your
My sister.
Your sister, sorry, your sister.
All right, so there's nobody. We gotta get some food. I know we have canned food and stuff.
Okay.
And my dad. No, he probably took it. Never mind. My dad has one of those little like hobo like fire kits, like where it has that little like thing where you like put over the fire. You have like a little pan you can put on it. It's
Oh, he wouldn't have taken
for
that camping?
No, he would have taken it camping. But I think there's an electric hot plate in the house.
Okay, so you grab the electric hot plate, and you grab cans of food. The power is off because power has been disrupted throughout the whole town.
We have some Patriot. Like it's like a like dried food in a package,
Oh, yeah.
Patriot stuff.
I have a bunch of that.
I grab all that stuff that we have.
Okay, do you have the ones that are in the rubber bins, or do you have just the
They're in boxes.
boxes? Okay, so
I don't know how much they
you
have.
load. 6 of those boxes into the car. A can of food,
Ramen.
maybe some ramen, some blankets,
Yes.
a
There are no. There's a sleeping bag.
sleeping bag.
I have flashlights, but probably another flashlight. If I
Okay.
can find one. Water.
Water. Okay, so you find some water bottles or.
I'd take some. I don't know if the water would still be going, or maybe they would have water for a little bit. But I'd be grabbing whatever containers I can find with lids and filling water up.
Okay, so the water isn't running. So where would you look for water?
Don't think we have any just like stored water in the house.
No?
I don't think so. Unfortunately, no. There's a Pura filter thing in the fridge.
Okay, so you have that. That's about a gallon.
Yeah.
A couple, yeah.
Can I find some empty soda bottles or something?
And there's ice in the fridge also.
Yes, there is. I don't know if I would have thought about. I might not have thought about that though.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay.
I won't lead you. So you grab the Brita filter, whatever.
And I put that in different containers that have lids on them.
Okay. So you get about a gallon of water. Any soda cans? Any drinks like that?
My
Do they drink?
parents will keep a 24-pack of soda in the fridge with a 24-pack ready to put in when the soda in the fridge runs out.
Okay. So you probably grab both of those?
Yeah, probably. Whatever's left in the one in the fridge and the...
Okay, so there's 8 cans in the fridge, and there's that 24-pack that's in your pantry. There's a note on your counter. Oh, do you
I visit on Sundays.
your parents have cats or dogs?
My parents have a dog, but they take him camping.
Okay.
My grandma has a small, very old dog, but my aunt would probably be taking care of it.
Okay. It went to heaven. Do you want a Coke?
Okay, cool. Thank you.
You hear something stumbling around outside.
So my grandma has metal doors.
Okay.
Because she was like robbed in her house once, so she's like really freaked out about that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But I'd be giving a look out the front window. Is it seen to me in the front?
Yeah. You look up towards the police car.
Mm-hmm.
You see somebody open the door to the police car and like grab one of your bins that you put in there and looks around.
Come out the door.
Get him, Phil! Roll initiative.
I was gonna say you could have that, but he just needs to get out of here.
Oh.
I say that once I come out the door. You're like, you can have that one, just get out of here.
You hear the other. He says, "Get him, Phil." Phil says, "We're gonna take them all."
So 8 is my initiative.
And you see, Phil is taking a gun out of his belt. And I got a 4. Half your initiative. But he has a +2, so he got a 6. But you go on 8. So he acted like something on the gun actually got caught in his belt.
So I bring that shotgun to bear at his face.
He's 20 feet off.
A shotgun should still be able to.
But you bring that
fuck
shotgun.
somebody up. So you stop that right now. And if
He's.
they keep moving around,
It's caught on film.
everybody's gonna think you're perfect. Now.
Pervert. No. So he kind of looks at you. He tugs one more time on his thing.
If he keeps tugging, my instinct is probably to pull the trigger.
He tugs at least one more time before it's your action. So he pulls. He tugs again, trying to get the gun out. He does look kind of scared and alarmed. But what's your reaction?
I told him to stop.
Yeah. So you pull the trigger, roll a strike.
13.
Boom! You hit him right in the chest with a slug. It's like a hammer into his chest. You see his chest explode open. And he flies backwards on the ground. 7d6 damage.
Oh, shit. Want me to roll d6 and...
You can actually roll for max damage. You gotta get above 60 at that range for the shotgun. So, I mean not above 60, I meant below 60, sorry. And his chest is just open, and he's just dead on the ground. Or dying and gurgling. The other guy frickin' just drops the shit and just starts running.
I'm probably staring at the human that I just shot.
Foam blood is coming out of his mouth.
I'm sorry.
And you see the life go out of his eyes.
Alright, so that's that'll be a terrible, terrible situation. I'd probably switch into a panic mode. Or like some kind of like a emotional state.
Okay.
I need to get out of here. I'm gonna grab whatever I was carrying to the car.
Where are you going?
You
load that thing.
I load that shit, put the food back in. Alright, so if you head down
Get your water. Finish getting your water.
Yeah, I finished getting everything. I load up the car. So if you head down D Street, you can hit like Upper River Road, Lower River
G
Road.
Street, where the graveyard is?
Yeah, you just head down there. You can. There's a few roads you can go down that lead you past the college on Redwood Highway.
I know where you're talking. That is a very long ride, and you do, as you're driving out Lower River or Upper River Road, you do see the ley line is paralleling you down the river.
I can't get across, so I can't get across 6th and 7th.
Not in the car.
Yeah, because that's the only way to get out of town, and this is the only other way I know of. To get out
So
of town.
where are you going to go? You could go the back way through Maryland and hook up onto the I-5 and then go. Actually, let me. Is that even possible?
I don't so I'm just going
Jeffrey's
by
not looking.
the ways that I know. Like I'm not like super familiar yet.
Okay.
That's because I'm playing Minecraft. I am listening.
Oh, what are you talking about? I was seeing if you were listening to see if you could look up information for me. I'm trying to see if the I-5 would have been taken completely out from Grants Pass. No. So you can get on to the freeway through Maryland. you might drive around a little bit. Go ahead and roll and see if the best path you're driving in that land navigation. So you're driving down and you're thinking, oh, the bridges are probably out along the river because the ley lines travel
no, that makes
along.
sense.
And so you turn up Azalea Drive, and Azalea Drive links up to, I think it's what's that road? I forget what the road is, but then it links up to Pinecrest, and you can either take a left onto James Drive that goes to Merlin, Merlin Road, or you can go all the way up to the Shell station over there.
And meet back up at I-5.
Yes, and meet up at the I-5.
I'll probably go towards the I-5.
So you're gonna drive up
At
the
least
I-5?
I'd go towards it and see what the situation looks there. Like, is it?
So as you're driving towards the Shell station, you
Do I see that thing?
you see that thing is overhead dropping stuff in this area.
I gotta pop you.
Roll your drive as you freak out. Pop you. You hit a ditch. You hit a fence post and a mailbox. But this bastard put one of those solid steel mailboxes in because he got tired of people going by and hitting his mailbox. But the car does go through it, but you do feel it. Like you have to actually, it stops for a moment. But you do knock it out of place, but it's not like just hitting a fence post. So you didn't put your seatbelt on.
Oh yeah. You think about that dead
hit
body.
your head on the freaking steering wheel and take 6 points of damage. Damn near knocking yourself out at 40 miles an hour.
Ugh. Oh god.
Luckily, the airbags don't release. I don't know if cop cars have airbags because they must. I'll have to research that. Is anybody checking out our channel? I saw we've got 32 views.
Your mic's back off.
Checking out our channel? I can't hear you.
So that's 32 views of our channel, not specifically of this video. We were pretty close to 32 earlier.
Yeah.
That said, one of the other players popped in for a bit. Then we had one guest take a look.
Players?
A while ago, though.
Oh, really? Okay. What player popped in?
I'm not sure. I just recognize the username as being one of ours.
Oh, okay. That's cool. One of ours.
I want to say Sasha or Shani.
Nice. Awesome. So, 32 views is 32 views.
I know something.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, you put it in reverse, get out of the way of the post, and you
Put my seatbelt in.
you put your seatbelt on, and you realize you can turn down Pinecrest if you want to, and that will take you back towards Grants Pass.
I don't know. Do I want to be in Grants Pass right now?
I don't know.
So that place is going to become a fuckfest here in a second. Once all those bodies start getting back up, that's going to be awful.
Where you go? You're alone
I am.
on the road, so you're gonna just stop in the street, just sitting.
I'm gonna turn the car off because I don't know how much fuel I'm gonna
Okay,
put on
you
through.
turn the car off. You don't know how much fuel, right? It looks like it's actually on full. He must have just filled up the tank. It says he has about 425 miles.
Okay. All right.
You could still make it onto the interstate, but now you can see people out here are panicked. You see people like come out of their houses and be like paranoid.
Making sure the doors are locked.
Yeah, you see a farmer. Somebody's like watering their lawn. and they're like looking up at the sky, and they don't even move. The thing just comes down, and just hits him, and he falls to the ground.
It looks like it's going up by 5.
It looks like it's going up by 5, but actually, make a perception because you're looking at it, and you see these weird looking, like almost like how fish have those. They have those fins that turn things.
Mm-hmm.
You just see some on a certain side of it just kind of moving, and you see them slowly rotating and moving more towards Merlin.
More towards me.
Not you specifically.
But
You
in
see?
this sense of state of panic, would I?
No, because you're already, unless he's going to do a U-turn and follow you. But you don't think this creature is like, I mean, obviously it's sentient of some sort, but it's probably not targeting individual people.
It's probably just hitting dense, like population
Dense
densities.
populations. It reminds you of some kind of Cthulhu horror. Like all the tentacles, the spores.
Does it look like it gets away from the I-5?
It's just hovering now. It's actually breaking over the trees, past the trees, and it's not above you directly. And the spores are still raining down over you because of the wind patterns, and just because of the fall, they're just kind of gliding to their wherever they hit. You hear some crashes off in the distance, but you almost think it's slowing down.
Huh. I'm gonna drive away from the I-5 for a little bit.
So
Is that
towards Merlin.
yeah, or is that where it's going right now?
It's kind of slowing down and just kind of hovering. You do know that there's not a whole lot of dense population over here, so maybe it's turning around to go back to Grant's Pass.
Maybe it's thinking about where it should go,
Yeah.
just like me.
Yeah.
But we're not so different.
We're not so different. Oh no. You see a guy on a bike, on like a bicycle, just running. He's coming down the way that you came. You can see he has his earbuds in. He's in a yellow, one of those, yellow biker body things. Spandex pants, just going. He sees a cop car and he sees you coming out like that. Stop.
I like point up to the thing is, go the other way!
He stopped. He looks up. So, holy shit!
Get out of here!
What the fuck is that? And his tire like hits an uneven spot between the road and the ditch, and you just see him tumble over. He just eats shit. He eats shit in front of you. He's pretty bad. He was probably going 30 miles an hour coming down that little decline, and he's just broken in the ditch. Oh God! I think my arm is broke.
I'm trying to help this guy to the car before some of these spores get to him.
You help him in the car. He's probably in his early 60s, but very healthy looking, or late 50s, very healthy, tall, kind of balding, that Mount St. Helens haircut where the top's blown off and it just kind of gray around the sides. He just kind of looks at you. He looks kind of familiar. Maybe you've seen him in an ad. Maybe he's city councilor or something. He looks prominent. He's just like, oh, thank you. What is that thing? Oh,
No, make sure the doors are shut. Do not roll down the windows.
Dear. Good. No, he's pulling the doors. Dear Lord, what the hell? Is that an alien spaceship?
I don't think it's inorganic.
Yeah, but we don't know how they travel.
That's fair. All right.
He's just like, and he's just kind of analyzing the situation. Go, what the hell? I gotta get home to my family. Can you drive me down the road about 3 miles?
Yeah, I can. So these little spores fall off this thing, and it hits people and it kills them. They just die. And they like get back up, like it like takes over their body or something.
He's all, oh, man, I gotta get to my
I'm stuck
my
here.
neighbors. He can set this. Oh,
Well, I'll try to get you through it fast.
it's like, oh my gosh. Well, officer, you should really be careful about how you scream, but I understand why you're trying to get my attention. I don't want to have the spores. They really
hit once they touch, like I point to like
really
around where like I saw that
and they just
that
kill
guy-
you instantly.
that guy in the
Oh, the water in his grass.
yeah, like I just like they just drop.
You have to do a U-ing and go down
I
pine
probably
crest
would.
to show them.
I probably wouldn't do that.
Okay.
It's like, yeah, I've seen it. They just once they hit one of these spores, they just
Wow.
drop down dead.
She's like, I'm Dr. Nelson. I'm a neuroscientist. It's not a doctor. I'm sorry. I'm neurologist. Oh, Jesus.
Dr. Nelson?
Yes.
Is your son named Eric?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
No. I have 2 daughters.
Oh, I apologize.
They're in college in Arizona right now. Oh, maybe you should drive me to the hospital. I think my arm is definitely broke.
Grants Pass is not a place you want to be right now.
The thing was over Grants Pass too.
I do not. I've only seen probably.
I'll just turn it right here. He says my left arm is my prominent hand. Just enter the code. It's 7732. Thank you. You see the gates open. He still has electricity.
Must have a generator or something. Maybe solar power.
You start driving up his driveway, and it's a nice manicured lawn. The park-like setting. Weird sculptures out in the way. Not like religious sculptures, but more. You think like there's like a statue of Da Vinci.
So it's just like a
next to a weird flowing pond.
Just like a boast of opulence or something.
Yeah. And then you see a beautiful home, it has the rock siding, and it looks like it's about 8 bedrooms, maybe 6-car garage, kind of in a circle, a drive that goes around, and a waterworks in the center of it. It looks really Romanesque, but more like a modern setting to it. I gotta call my neighbor, have him come over. He can set this for me.
Alright. So I'll stop in front of his house.
He gets out.
Close the door as possible.
Thank you.
No problem.
Do you want to come in
Yeah, sure.
to get away from that? The spores actually aren't dropping in this area. His house is off the beaten path. It's not, it's not in a highly dense area. Yeah, come on in. At least I can do is get you a beer, officer.
Thank you.
It's a nice beer. When did they start letting you?
Well, I should let you know something. I'm not an officer.
Oh.
The police.
The police's badge is actually on the vest that you take.
The officer that was driving this car is dead from one of the spores, and it was the only vehicle in my area that looked fit to maneuver the streets of Grants Pass at the moment.
Oh. Okay. Let's see if he's buying it.
Well, I'm telling the truth.
No, yeah, he knows. He's just like, it makes sense. Well, come in and have a beer.
Thanks.
You probably saved my life.
I didn't want to see more people die.
He brings you in, unlocks his door. My wife and kids are in Hawaii, so I better call them. I don't take my cell phone when I bike. I just try to get away from that escape. Come on in. Go ahead and make yourself. See here. Do you want something stronger than a beer?
Yeah.
Whiskey?
Yeah, that works.
You get some whiskey out. Oh, my generator must have come on. Huh. The power's out.
The power's out. Wasn't Grants Pass, at least.
He puts a little ice from a little ice bucket in
Oh,
this
thank
little
you.
bar.
Very fancy.
Pours it. There. To the zombie apocalypse?
I guess.
Fuck. He tries to dial his wife. Huh. Not getting anything.
So I'm a little nervous about this entire situation. I'm gonna go get the shotgun
Roll your perception.
because I'm just nervous of whatever's gonna be coming out of the woodworks. 18.
Do you notice on his pinky finger?
Yeah.
He has a Freemason ring. He's like, no problem. I have some weapons in the house, but yeah, you bring yours. Well, actually, if you want to,
Park in the garage or something.
yeah, I'll open the bay 4.
Thanks.
That's empty. So you just bring the car in. So you
Three
can
Masons. Wasn't that like? I'm trying to recall exactly what they were.
So you're thinking out loud.
No, yeah, like I'm believing maybe like weren't the Freemasons like a front for the Agents of the Nine? Or I don't remember. Either that or they had something to do with the Tosin. Did they have like the cup with the skull with all the dealios in it?
I'm not there.
Yeah, and I was thinking.
You're trying to get me to give away some.
No,
So,
it's because I'm trying to know if I should trust this person.
I'm
or
just
not.
kidding. I know. He seems nice. I mean,
Yeah.
you helped him. Like, what? He wouldn't have any reason to harm you.
They seem genuinely shocked by all this.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right. I'll just keep going with this.
42 views.
So we got up another thing. That's pretty nice.
So, you get the car, again in the car, and you drive it, and you see the door opens. As soon as you get in, it closes. You get out. You can see where you can hit the switch and it will open again on the ball. So it's all right there.
I leave the M4 and the car.
He's standing there, and he has your drink full again for you.
Thank you.
I thought you might want a second one.
Well,
I didn't quite get that comment.
Jeffrey Thomas.
He said, no, he didn't know. Thank you, Jeffrey, for your comment. That was awesome. You can go ahead and do that on Twitch. That's awesome. And to the other viewer who's out there, cool. Hey.
Hello.
Get I don't know why. Hey, how's it going? I'm just gonna use my voice to text. Who else is there? I see that there's 2 viewers. Lyndall and... Is it me? No, I can't. I don't get credit for viewing myself.
Is it? I don't know. Maybe it's because it's through a different device.
It's possible.
Hello, me.
Well, that sucks. I got 6 followers now, though.
That's cool.
Nice. Awesome. It doesn't want to show me them. Linda went. Oh, that's funny. So you get the car and you get out. You're having your drink, and he says, "Wow."
Yeah. It's a little heavy.
We turn on the news, man.
Yeah, that sounds like a. I mean,
He turns on the news. There's nothing. It's nothing on the news. He tries some other channels. I got satellite, for Christ's sake. Huh?
Just my cell phone's broken. Is there anything like third-party news sources? I can't think of any right now. Do you have a Twitter connection? Huh?
He says, oh yeah, I got Wi-Fi, I believe. It might be down.
Yeah, so I was thinking there might not be any third. Like,
It's just those colored bars, and it says, "Beep. This is the emergency broadcast system.
sort of what I expected.
Hold on station for information." And there's something running in a banner. "Please stay in your homes." Wow. Well, can't make it to your home, so you can stay in mine.
Thank you.
There's a bedroom over here. We got hot water and shower. I'm fully, I'm off the grid here, so
Nice.
I have solar power and a little river down there that actually gives me a little bit of hydroelectric, you know. So
That's nice.
I got some wind turbines out there on my property. Anyways, you're welcome to use the first bedroom on the right-hand side. It's open.
Thank you. I got a bit of a cut. Do you have anything to clean that up?
Oh yeah, like the first aid kit.
Yeah, we should probably call your neighbor. Getting that set quickly is probably a good idea.
He tries to dial his phone systems.
Maybe we should go over there. How closely?
He's about. Gotta sit down. He sits down. He's up on the right side of the house. If you go out the side door of the kitchen, you go up a pathway. And he's the next house over at that pathway. I'm not feeling so good. I think I got a broken rib or two. I'm gonna have to sit down.
I'm gonna give him a. You mind if I look you over? I'm not a trained professional, but I'm taking first aid.
Well, I am. If you go into my garage on that door right there that you just came out of, right on the left-hand side there's a door, and in there I have a emergency triage station.
I'll check that out.
So you go in there. The code is 4432. It's bad. 7732. So you open the door and you walk in, and the room is easily 2 of these rooms wide. So it's about almost 24 by 24, and it has 4 medical beds, and it has EKG machines. It looks like a mini triage. There's a medical supply on one side. On the other side, it looks like there's a bunch of pills in a case.
So what do you want me to be grabbing? Maybe something for the pain?
Yeah. Yeah, and I'll only sell next year just to get out some
Vicodin or
Tylenol?
Tylenol?
Maybe a little morphine.
All right.
This is getting pretty
I'll go
tough.
If that'll look for. I'll look for that.
I can't really breathe. If you want to, since the door's open, you can help me get in there.
So I'll help him out.
Okay. So you move him in there, and he starts walking you through. He's like, you see him grab an oxygen mask off of an oxygen tank. It's on the head. Can you get this on the head?
Get it on.
Go ahead and twist that knob right there.
I'll give it a little
And it
twist.
just kind of sits down. Oh, as I said, go get my friend. Oh, she should help me.
Did you want something for the pain right now, or?
Yeah, right there in that cabinet.
I'll go give that a look.
Just type in morphine, and you see a little light up where the morphine is.
Oh,
It opens a little cabinet door opens. I just pull one of those out here, bring it over here. It's a pen. You twist and turn. It's modern. It says put the dose. Go ahead and put a dose of 5.
Trying to figure that out.
It's just a little turny orange thing.
Yeah, turn the orange thing to 5.
All right, bring it over here. Thank you. Give himself some morphine.
I'm gonna go get your friend.
All right. So you leave. What weapon? Do you take any weapons with you?
I'm gonna take the shotgun.
Take the shotgun with
I'll
you.
Load another shell into it.
My friend Terry said, "Are you rifting a new player?" And
So new.
this is Jacob, and he's actually an old player. His game name is Ravuk. Say on Ravuk. So, you walk up the pathway with your gun. It's actually about 1,000 yards. It's not just like right up the road a bit. So you kind of crest over this hill.
Barrel pointed towards the ground.
It's a beautiful walk. It's park
That's nice. They must be good friends.
Yeah. It gets to a good neighbor gate, but it's an iron fence. And you notice there's symbols on the fence, like the Freemason symbol on the fence.
They must be very good friends.
You undo the fence and you walk through, and you see the house now. Pretty freaking nice house too. A little less grand.
This guy's a normal doctor, not a neurosurgeon.
Right. Yeah, he's probably a normal guy.
Just a normal peasant doctor. I'll go right up to that front door.
Ravuk. So you walk up to the door, you knock on it, and ding, dong, dong.
Ring the doorbell.
I forgot this guy's name. Okay. Yeah, you ring the doorbell, and it ding, dong, 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 like this whole chime goes through this beautiful double door with crystal glass in the middle of it.
Goddamn rich people.
Yeah. Door opens. A lady there. She's fairly beautiful. About probably she might be 28 at the most.
Hello, is
Can I help you?
is the doctor home?
My husband Aaron. He's home.
Aaron.
Aaron, sorry.
Yes. Mr. Nelson is hurt. pretty badly.
She's like, what's the shotgun for?
That's a long story. Have you turned on the news?
No, the TV's out.
Yes, but you don't have backup power here, no generators, or
Oh, we do, but I don't want to turn it on. My husband, he went into town.
he's gone right now.
Yeah, but he's going to be back in about 5-10 minutes.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
He had an emergency at the hospital.
Yeah, Mr. Nelson is having quite an emergency. He has trouble breathing. I think a few ribs broke. His arm's broken.
Oh my gosh.
He asked me to come here
Let me get
and
my.
get his friend.
I can. I'm a nurse. Let me get my kids, and I'll drive over.
Or I'll meet you. Just be careful. I'll meet you there.
What do you mean? Be careful. She looks around.
It
Officer,
might be a good
is
idea.
there like what?
It might be a good idea for you to walk the path and not drive. The roads might be dangerous.
Oh, I was gonna drive in our golf cart.
Oh, all right, that works. That works just fine.
Okay.
Well, I'll meet you at the house.
Yeah, you can just ride with us.
All right, that works.
Okay. She goes and gathers her kids, and then her garage door opens.
And I'm like looking around.
And she drives out. You see a guy walking on her lawn way off, just kind of down the way about 300 feet.
How's he walking?
He's
Is
looking
he
around.
traveling or is he?
He looks suspicious. It looks like he's smelling the air.
Is this the lady out?
Yeah, she just came out of the driveway.
I was just
Or out of the park. The garage.
so stay back, ma'am.
What?
And I point to the guy.
Who's that? Is that my gardener? That's old Sam. He's my gardener.
Let me go make sure he's all right. There's been a disease that's been spreading. It's similar to rabies. It enrages people. So just stay back.
Oh my gosh.
It's airborne.
Should I
stay back.
I should get the. Oh, I shouldn't take my kids out. Have you been exposed?
No, I am fine.
Okay. Yeah. But I'm gonna drive down the road to my friend's house.
Do you mind if I talk with you?
I thought you were gonna go talk to him.
Yes, I'm gonna go talk to him.
He doesn't.
I would.
What is he doing?
I look over to him. He's still smelling the air.
And then you see him start coming toward you.
Stand back!
She's like, oh my god! Oh my god! What is he doing? How is he running that fast? Don't shoot him! As you pull the trigger. He comes with what you think is in range, and he's about 30 feet from you.
16 on the die.
You see his hands are all blackened and distended a little bit. And what do you get?
16 on the die.
16 on the die. You blow him backwards. Roll your 7d6 damage.
7d6. That's probably at the end of my range.
It wasn't within max damage. I mean, you could roll if you get under 25%. I'll let you have it. But...
Not one.
Oh shit! Yeah. You took his head clean off. Blood spurts out.
Man, get your kids. We have to leave.
The kids are screaming. She already has them in the golf cart.
We need to get out of here.
She's like, oh my god, Sam, you get in and she's like, oh my god. You know, she hasn't closed the garage door. She's driving off.
Doesn't close the garage door.
Yeah.
Did she drive off without me?
No.
Probably.
Yeah, she actually did. She panicked and drove off without you.
She has a kids though.
Yeah.
We'll close that garage door.
Okay, so you go in and you push the garage door.
So nothing gets in while we're
starts
gone.
going down.
So I try to get probably a laser sensor on the ground, so I try to like weave under that.
Yeah, you do.
Over that.
And you see, she's like driving out. One of her kids are screaming because of the loud noise.
Start jogging down the road.
Okay, he jogged down the road. You actually catch up with her right at the gate. She's stumbling to unlatch the gate.
I'm surveying the area.
And then you actually see she stops and she bends over and she like throws up. Oh my god. You just Sam dead.
He was already dead, man. That wasn't Sam.
I saw his the look in his eyes was like he had no soul.
Might as well. But we need to keep going.
Okay. And she gets in the car and continues on with you.
She lets me in the car now.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yes, she lets you in and continues on with you. I'm sorry I left you. I just kind of panicked.
That's okay.
I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that at all.
This is an extreme situation, man. I understand.
It is. It is.
I'm gonna look for any spores in the area.
There's no spores in the immediate area. You can just barely see the edge of the creature over one of the trees. Like it looks almost like it is part of the tree from your angle. So if she looked at it, she might not.
Notice. I'm not gonna point it out because we need to get to the house. Not get distracted.
You make it to the house. She gets inside and she assesses Dr. Nelson.
Close all the doors.
It looks like he's given himself another 5 mils of morphine. So he's taking 10 milligrams of morphine.
I have no idea.
He's pretty happy. He's just like relaxed. She checks his vitals and says he's okay. She does say that he does have a broken rib and possibly a collapsed lung. She's going to have to fix it. She asks, do you have any medical training officer or emergency training at all?
Very little first aid from quite a while ago.
You know, you should really take
Up on that.
the healthcare workers EMT class once a year just to really get that down.
You're
Training is
completely
important.
correct.
Totally important. So I'll just have you assist me, and she starts asking you to hand her stuff.
I'll do just that.
She does go to the only cell, and she takes out some equipment and lays it out. And you see her, she washes her hands in the sink. Oh, God, his power's working just fine. I don't know why my generator didn't come on. I wonder if maybe Sam turned it off, or it didn't come on because of that. She sterilizes her hands and then puts gloves on. You see her do a sterile procedure, and she says, I'm gonna go right here in this rib.
I'm gonna wash my hands too, so whatever I'm handing her.
Okay, so you see, and then she takes he has a sonogram machine, and she's just kind of looking, and then, oh yeah, see right there, you can see, and there's a lot of air in the space there. That means his lungs collapse. So I'm just gonna poke right here below this rib. Okay, and she pokes it there, and then you hear air come out, and some bubbling, a little bit of fluid. And then you can see he immediately is breathing better. And she sets that in place. And then goes, okay. He should be okay. That took about 45 minutes for her to assess him and get his lung. The tube secure and him good.
When your husband returns, would he know to come here to look for you?
No. No, not at all.
You stay inside the house. You know how to handle a firearm?
Yeah. Are you kidding? Everybody in Oregon knows how to fire.
They should.
Gun. We're all rednecks here. She's like, no, I don't really like guns, but I think I can figure it out.
I'm gonna take out the handgun.
Okay.
I hand it to her. I'm gonna go check your house
So
to
this
see
is
if you're.
heavier than I imagined. I can shoot with.
I'm gonna see if your husband's home.
I don't think he's gonna be home yet.
That's what he said. He was going to the hospital.
I was just
The bridges are down. I don't know if he could have made it to the hospital.
Oh, is he hurt? Aaron.
He might not be hurt. I just think he might have not been able to reach the hospital, and he might have turned around to come back.
Oh, I hope so.
So I'm gonna go see if your husband is home yet.
Okay.
I've got to go to the bathroom.
All right, we're gonna take a little break. So I'm gonna just go here and fade to black.
How in the hell did you get him to come back?
What do you mean?
Like, did he just show up and say, "Hey, I want to join the game," or?
I've been contacted here and there, and then he texted me the other day, and then he came over today, and I explained what was going on, and he said he wanted to get rifted in. So that's awesome. So that was you and Lightfoot on the thing.
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah. 44 views though. 6 followers. Is that all gamers?
Well, there's Nerfer.
And the rest of are us.
Yeah, Blackberry. I don't know who they are. That could be a new person.
That is a new person.
I'm going to wash my hand. Your cat just sticks his head under the.
Isn't that fucking weird?
Yeah.
You flushed the toilet? Did he try to get in the toilet too?
No.
Such a fucking weird cat. Alright. Are we back on? I think we're back on. Alright, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, I made our first goal of 8 hours of airing. Yay! Woo! In 30 days, that's the first major step, is having 8 hours of freaking on-air time.
Very nice.
And I think the next one is like 50 views. So we're close to 50 views.
That's very
That'd be
exciting.
awesome. If we could just get some people to donate. Jeffrey? Just kidding.
2 days and I get the refund.
Just kidding. So, you get back up to the house,
So
and
I let myself panic a little bit when I leave the house, because this,
okay.
like, oh god.
There.
And I let that lady believe I was a cop for some reason.
Yeah, not the other guy.
Not the other guy, so I'm getting my stories mixed up, but I felt just like maybe she would trust me a little bit more if she thought I was a cop.
Yeah.
And I just needed her to get out of that area and to the guy.
Hi, gamer cat. How you doing? My new gamer cat. Oh, you don't. Not my cat. Little boy
I
died.
didn't care about that.
Oh, you did.
That's sad.
Yeah. Love that cat. He was awesome.
He was a good cat. He's a friendly cat.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're back on 2 viewers. Cool. You get back to his house, the doctor's house or her house, and you're just kind of sitting on the porch. And about a half an hour, so you have a half an hour to basically just kind of think and kind of plan on what you're gonna do, or like you're just not sure.
No, I'm not sure. What the fuck am I supposed to do?
Right. Like the ley lines, this monster creature, this like you know you're not dreaming. You can't be dreaming. This is a long dream.
I've had long dreams before.
You
Like
too.
where it felt like years were passing.
Okay.
So I don't know. Maybe hopefully I'm in a dream. Because this whole situation's pretty fun.
Right. So you're just sitting on that step. You can't see that creature anymore. It's went past the
Alright,
tree
good.
line.
Doesn't look like the guy's coming back anytime soon. So I gotta get back to the house, make sure everything's going okay over there.
Right then, you actually see a car pull up to the gate. You see someone like trying to put the code in.
I'm gonna shoulder the shotgun so I don't have it like in
Right.
my hands.
And he's just like looking around. Oh, the gate opens. He gets in and drives up. He's a tall, he kind of drives right up. The gate shuts by itself. It's solar powered. So he just kind of pulls it really quick, gets out. Then he sees you on the side. Hey, who are you, officer? He's like, wait a minute. Officers don't have big brilliant beards.
You're correct. I'm
So this guy, he's a really tall. He's about 6'2" or 3", maybe taller. Skinny, looks like he's maybe half Asian. Wears glasses, short black hair. A nice looking guy. And definitely a doctor. He's just like.
So I stumbled across your friend, Mr. Nelson. He
Uh-huh.
got injured. I came over here to get you. Your wife and children were here. Your wife went over to help him. And I'm here to tell you that your wife is at Mr. Nelson's house.
Okay.
So you're not worrying about where she is.
And you are?
I am, I'm Jacob.
I'm Jacob. Dr. Aaron Martin.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you can just call me Aaron.
Nice to meet you, Aaron. How far into Grants Pass did you get?
There was a line of cars. I only got off of Pinecrest and I had to turn around. I actually had to drive all the way back around because the traffic was crazy. There's people lying everywhere. I stopped to try to help some people, but there's a disease, and I don't think I got infected or anything, but there's definitely
Making people a little aggressive.
I didn't see any aggressive people. They were all laying down. They all had very high temperatures. I took a couple body temperatures. We're talking 120 degrees. That's 114 to 120. I don't even know how their brain is functioning at that.
I don't think it's supposed to. It's a good thing it got out of there before too long.
It seems to be a horrible fever, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to be dead.
That is a word for it.
And then he sees the body on the ground. He's like, "What the hell?
So
You killed my gardener?"
when these people get sick, they get back up and they become very aggressive.
Oh my God!
Gotta back off them a little bit.
Is my wife okay?
She's fine.
Did you hurt her?
I did not hurt her at all.
I got. Let's go. You first.
All right. Don't walk too close.
Oh. That's fine.
I'm gonna just tell you, know what the situation is, because I am not an enemy. There's a lot more happening than you understand.
Holy shit.
That probably isn't very comforting. But let's go see your wife and your friend, Mr. Nelson.
Okay. He follows you down to the house. You guys make it. There's no more scene of anybody right now.
Be looking around for any movement in the woods, sort of thing.
So you kind of take a look at the movement of the woods, and you don't really see anybody. Maybe it takes a time for certain people to
Maybe when they get up, they're not coming into this area.
yeah, or maybe some people just are assimilated faster than others, and you get to the house. He sees Mr. Nelson and assesses him and says, wow, I didn't really need me. He hugs his wife and kids and all that. And they just kind of all look around like, look at you with the gun. He's like, well, I think it's good that you're around to save Dr. Nelson.
Yes, he was about to ride into what was doing this to everybody on his bike.
What is doing this?
Is this Nelson guy awake right now?
He's pretty high on morphine, but he's like, it's this big floating freaking thing.
Yeah, there's Nelson saw it too. There was this giant, like, circular, almost jellyfish-looking thing flying through the air, releasing spores. Hard to believe.
Those were those things I saw decomposing on the ground.
Probably.
They're blackish.
Yes. And they float down, and when they hit people, it transmits something into them, and that's when they collapse. And then after a while, they stand up, and it seems like they're still cognizant, but they're definitely not who they were.
This is an epidemic.
It's a terrible epidemic.
I guess what we got to make a hold of here.
Yeah, I heard a helicopter saying that the self-defense, or the self-defense force, that's a Japanese thing. The Coast Guard was going to be coming in.
Coast Guard?
Yes.
Well, how would they come in?
National. Oh, fuck it. Sorry.
Somebody's coming in to some military group is going to be coming in to deal with these things.
Okay. That makes sense. Maybe we should turn on the TV and see if there's any
The
emergency
TV,
broadcast.
I think it's still on in the living room.
Oh. So you guys
We
walk
should
over to the living room, and now you actually see that the mayor is
And I
on.
make sure all the doors in the garage are
Okay.
shut.
You see that the mayor is on of Grants Pass, and he's saying, I'm declaring a state of emergency here in Grants Pass. I'm trying to get in contact with Salem so that we can have National Guard come down. Unfortunately, most of the lines outside of the Rogue Valley are we're unable to communicate with the outside world. We have been able to make communication with Medford, and as far up as the what town? The Indian casino is that?
Oh, it's 7 feathers.
Seven Feathers area. And also in Cave Junction, Zelma, and the Gold Hill, the surrounding areas. Other than that, anything past there, we are unable to communicate. We have reports that there is some sort of barrier that is keeping us from. People cannot go past Seven Feathers in their vehicles. Please, everyone stay in your homes. I am activating the Merlin National Guard. As soon as they are able to report for duty, they will be out to help people. We will cordon off large areas for safety. Right now, stay in your homes, and you will be evacuated to a safe area. Most important is do not go outside. There is sightings of a strange thing. It almost looks like an alien spacecraft in nature that is dropping some sort of infectious spores that seem to kill people or claim people, and then they get back up. We've noticed there are lines of energy that are running in 6 different directions in the city, north to south, east to west. In most of those directions. Stay away from the lines. It seems like the bodies of the fallen have gotten up faster the closer they are near these energy lines. If anybody has any sort of military experience, ex-military, police force, sheriff duty, FBI agent, anybody retired, please come all meet at the courthouse is wiped out. Where would they go next? Parkside Elementary School. That is the only public building that has not been completely obliterated by these lines of energy. We will stage a base there on this side of the river. Since most of the bridge is out, if you cannot get to Parkside Elementary School, please rendezvous at the parking lot of Southgate Cinema, Grants Pass Clinic area, where we can assemble a team for the south side of the city. Thank you. And remember, stay safe. Do not assault your neighbors. Do not leave your house. Next announcement should be at 6 o'clock. It says streaming across the board.
He seemed unsure.
Huh?
He seemed frazzled and unsure.
You know, Aaron's just like, yeah. He looked really unsure. Blue lines of energy, I saw that. Going across the way when I was looking at those bodies. Looked like it was traveling down the river. It was, I've never seen anything like that before. Anything. Yeah. He makes a comment too. Dr. Ness says, yeah, I mean, it's amazing. Probably 300 feet in the sky, touching the ground and up into the sky. It's this blue electrical-like energy. It boggles the minds.
I was in Cathedral Hills when this first happened.
How did you get here?
I walked across the Parkway Bridge.
It was hours ago.
Yeah.
It's gonna be nightfall soon. Why are you way over here? You live over here?
No, I live I live near the all sports park. But the state of the town, I needed to leave.
Doesn't sound like we can leave. Can't go north. Can't go west.
Seems like there's something preventing us from leaving this area too.
Well, no.
At least that's what the mayor said.
You said that they can't go past the
Seven Feathers.
Seven Feathers. There's some kind of barrier. Should we go see that? What do we do? He's like, kind of reminds me of a show I watched on Netflix or something. Under the Dome.
I don't think I've seen that.
Huh. Yeah, it's kind of a cheesy sci-fi. Town gets trapped under this dome. Nobody knows why it was put up.
Heard of that?
Thought they had theories that the government had put it up. Government was testing some kind of weapon, but didn't have blue lines or weird floating creatures or.
Maybe we should wait here for a moment until at least Nelson recuperates a little bit.
Sounds good. We got Nelson's. I've got plenty of food. I wish I could try to call my wife and kids. They're in Hawaii.
They should be fine in Hawaii.
That's what it sounds like, but yeah. Okay. Well, let's just hunker down and get some Z's. I guess I'll just stay in here next to this equipment. Aaron says we'll just maybe take turns checking on him. You want to go to my house with me and help me get some
I can
stuff.
help with that. Your wife drove the golf cart over here.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah.
We could use that.
All right. Just Marissa, lock all the doors on me, okay? Make sure nobody can get in while we're gone.
I left her with the handgun.
It's on the table.
Yeah. No.
It's sitting there. She's like, yeah, it's right here. It's like, good. Yeah.
Just to stay safe.
So, you guys jump in the golf cart, and like you realize it's pretty dark.
I'm gonna go into the cop car and pull up the M4. I'm gonna hand it to the guy.
He's like,
Do you know how to use this?
Yeah. It's been a while, but
It's better than nothing.
Cool. You guys open the garage. It's dusk. Like, it's dark.
It should be enough light to see for a minute. But we have these flashlights.
Yeah. We have these flashlights. I guess we could...
How important is it to grab the stuff at your house tonight? Could we do it tomorrow when we can see a little better?
It's just up the road.
You're right.
You know, but why?
There were people dropping in this area. Your lawn care guy was one of the claimed.
I guess we can wait till morning.
It'd be best to see them coming from a while away. They're pretty fast.
Right. Okay. So you shut the door.
Yeah.
Do we want to stop there,
Yeah, that works.
or do we want to continue on? I gotta get you to a point where
Well, I can meet up with the group.
you can meet up with the rest of the group.
Yeah, we can. I'm just curious how much longer this is going to take.
Holy cow! It's 12.
Yeah.
We probably should just stop there for tonight, and might have to meet one more day before Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Is that possible?
Well, I work every day.
Oh. We'll just fade to black. Thank you for watching, everyone. Go ahead and leave some comments. I also put a button down if you have any feedback. I see that there's 2 viewers on. That would be great if you could give some feedback, what I could do better. Soon we'll have some other camera angles going on too. So I'm sure you can see there are cameras all around the room. We're just having a problem with a video switcher. All right, thanks for joining us.